They're freaking down, Chicago. What's going on? I'm Dan Levy. This is Bears Latest. Fan Art Sports giving you your very needed public service announcement. And that is simply this. The Green Bay Packers suck. They just do. They do. The smell of cheese is in the air, and it's gross, so we can almost smell it from Hallis Hall. Welcome into the channel. This is where we talk all things Bears. Giant show for you, as you can see right there. That's hard to do when you're looking backwards, by the way. We got some J.J. McCarthy rumors. Almost a Bear. DJ Shark. Could he be a Bear? And DeAndre Swift, he might be on his way out. We got a big show for you. Don't forget to like, subscribe, comment, all the good stuff. Share this with anybody who is a Bears fan. We're talking about a loyal fan. I want to know what you guys have to think. If you're just jumping on the bandwagon, I welcome you. This is the year to do it. I said it last season. This is the year to do it. You want to go ahead and break into the Chicago Bear fandom and you want to jump on this train, we are always ready for you. We're always welcoming you. And anybody up there in Green Bay who had to be Packers fan and kind of wish they were rooting for the Bears because the rest of the country does, come on over. Chicago's a lot cooler than Green Bay. But speaking of almost a Bear, we got to talk J.J. McCarthy. According to The Athletic, it sounds like Ryan Poles told a recent conversation with Greg Holcomb, the Bears quarterback coach, that he came very close to drafting J.J. McCarthy instead of Caleb Williams. Take a moment of that for just one moment, will you? There's always what ifs. There's always there's always all that kind of stuff. I'm not sure why they're saying these things out loud right now. But yeah, I mean, come on. There was talks. If anybody remembers what the draft was like leading up to Caleb Williams, I don't think anybody knew that they were drafting Caleb Williams until they actually said his name on draft day. Yes, that's a massive what if. Had McCarthy gone first overall, the entire draft could have flipped on its head. The Commanders still may have taken Jaden Daniels, but they probably would have snagged Caleb Williams, or one of those two would have gone to New England. So it could have really reshaped the entire last season, which, of course, 3 franchise quarterbacks could have been swapped up. You never know what could have happened. But here's again, we didn't know what was going to happen during that draft. We had rumors that Caleb was going to be a Bear. And then there were rumors, which later became almost documented truth, that Caleb didn't even want to be a Bear. And it's true. I mean, let's face it, that was true. He doesn't want to be a Bear. Nobody wanted to be a Chicago Bear if you're a quarterback. The rumors, the stories, if you asked any of those guys, you asked Justin Fields, Mitchell Trubisky, Cordell Stewart, we can go all the way back to quarterbacks that came here. Their careers came here to die. Andy Dalton barely made his way out of Chicago to become a quarterback again. My God, think of all the quarterbacks that have gone on. Kyle Orton barely had a career after he left the Bears and went to Denver via that trade of Jay Cutler. Jay Cutler, my God. That guy came in. We were all going crazy. Finally, we got a quarterback. We got an arm. We got a man. We're going to the Super Bowl. And the Bears destroyed that guy's career, too. Barely made it out of Miami as a last stint. And that was all we really saw of Jay Cutler. But, yes, J.J. McCarthy probably could have become a Bear. But think about how that would have worked out because that guy was injured all last season. So if the Bears had went ahead and got J.J. McCarthy and he would have been injured, we would have been playing with nothing but backups. Tyson Bagent, you would have gotten your licks for the season, and we all would have been looking at Minnesota and seeing what Caleb Williams would have done. He would have destroyed the league. He'd have been a franchise quarterback, and everybody would have said, oh, my God, the Bears should have taken that guy, and we wouldn't be where we are right now. Look, it's true. It is true. The rumors, the storylines, all the things when you sit around your barbershop or your barbecues and your friends and you say the famous words, how about them Bears? You usually say it in the summer, you say it in the winter begrudgingly, but 2 things always came out of people's mouths. That freaking offensive line and no franchise quarterback. We'll never have a quarterback here. The Bears just cannot develop a quarterback. They can't. It's science. Mathematics will lead you 2 + 2 is 4. The Chicago Bears cannot draft and do well with a quarterback. But I think they changed it. I don't want to say it out loud. I don't want to jinx anything. I think it's changed. I think we're seeing a difference here. There's so many people that have come in and out of this franchise right now. It's not even close to the same franchise as it was last year, let alone 2 years ago, 3 years ago, or 4 years ago. Just 6 months ago, it's not even the same franchise that it once was. We're talking, not only do we have the quarterback who took 68 sacks, rushed for over finally got a 3,000-yard season out of a quarterback. Hopefully we'll get to 4,000, which would be a first. But we finally have an offensive line. That one to me just makes me feel better. I haven't been comfortable with anybody on the offensive line since Olin Kreutz retired. And I know a lot of Bears fans out there will agree. We had some good players. We had some guys that were, if that guy would have stayed healthy, he would have done really well for the Bears. But Olin was the guy when I knew that people were lining up with Olin under center. That guy knew the game. He was the man's man. I felt better with him being the last line of defense for a Bears quarterback. But the Bears went and upgraded it. In fact, there's going to be a left tackle battle all training camp long to see what happens, to see if Trapillo can make it with Braxton injured and coming off an injury. Will Trapillo go get it? I hope he does. I hope that battle is so good that we don't have any issues at left tackle for the next 10, 20, 50 years. We also have wide receivers, not just one. We had DJ Moore. We have DJ Moore, I should say. He's not going anywhere. But now we have Rome Odunze, who could be in line to be the second option. He is supposed to take just as big of a leap forward as Caleb Williams and be that other wide receiver that's also snagging 1,000-plus yards in a season. That's a major one, too. The next is that we also have not one, but hopefully 2 decent tight ends. I mean, we got Cole Kmet. He's good. Maybe not as good as he was last season or the season before then. Last season was a train wreck. But if Colston Loveland is anywhere near what he could do, and Ben Johnson having an offense that features 2 wide receivers, we're in for a treat. Oh, by the way, the wide receivers room, that's going to get deeper. We're going to get to that here in a second. But also Luther Burden III, I think we got to steal with that guy. He may have been the steal of the draft. If that guy's healthy and he's good to go, and plus all the picks are signed, the second-round picks, and all the guys that the Bears snagged, everyone has been signed and picked up. That's huge. Luther Burden's got a guaranteed contract, for crying out loud. So they really think a lot of him. That would be 3 awesome wide receivers, one a superstar in DJ Moore. Rome Odunze definitely has superstar pedigree coming into him. He is definitely going to be somebody that I can't wait to see. Rome Odunze, I really have high expectations for him. And if Luther Burden is anywhere near what he was a season before last year with Michigan, we are in for a very big treat with that guy. So keep that one out there for that one. And as we make our way into that one, let's also think about what is next on the docket for the Bears, because GM Ryan Poles not done adding to that wide receivers room. According to multiple reports, NFL media being included one of them, the Bears met with former Pro Bowl wide receiver DJ Chark ahead of training camp. 6'3" veteran is currently a free agent and could bring some added depth, red zone firepower, and an already intriguing wide receiver room to Chicago. And this comes sort of as a surprise because, just like everybody else, we all thought Chark was retiring. That guy looked like he was done. Citing a desire to avoid uprooting his family, doesn't want to leave anywhere, kind of bouncing between the 4 teams over the past 5 seasons. And despite his preference to stay close to home and in the South, Chark appears possibly open to joining the Bears and head coach Ben Johnson, someone he is familiar with in Detroit. Now listen, I've got no problems with this. I've said it before and I'll say it again. There are nothing but positives when you can bring in a veteran, a Pro Bowler, and somebody who understands the system of Ben Johnson. Even if it's for 1 season, and again, the Bears still have a massive cap space going right now. $14 million. They signed a couple of other wide receivers, but they still have a massive amount of cap space to give away. So I don't think that Chark is going to cost them that much. And if he has a shot at possibly going and becoming a Super Bowl team, and you want to play with Ben Johnson, you want to be a part of what's going on, I'm down with it. But if not, I'm okay with that too. I don't think the Bears really need to add in that wide receivers. I kind of, when I saw this story, was hoping that it was going to say the Bears are talking to an edge rusher, maybe another person on that defensive line, maybe another running back. The wide receivers room, you can keep throwing that one up all you want, but I got to tell you, the wide receivers are good. If healthy, Shark could be a valuable piece in the Bears' red zone packages and a steady depth option for a team hoping to take that next step in 2025. I got no problems with this. But when it's coming to rumors right now, I would really like to hear more about what's going on with the pass rusher. And, of course, the one that I really want to get talking to is this one, DeAndre Swift. It is now coming out publicly that the Chicago Bears we all know that they made a major investment in DeAndre Swift last season, bringing him over, 3 years, $24 million contract. A lot of people question that move, especially since the team had let David Montgomery go just a year earlier to the Detroit Lions, which I got to tell you, I never really liked David Montgomery going to the Lions. I was never a fan of that. I wasn't a giant fan of him on the Bears, but boy, would I much rather have him right now instead of DeAndre Swift. But let's put this into perspective, okay? Yes, DeAndre Swift, we got a lot of questions about you. We're not sure what we're looking at when it comes to you. But also, I'm going to give you the benefit of the doubt. Last season didn't count for a lot of people in my book. Caleb Williams, 68 sacks, only turned that ball over 6 times in as far as any kind of interceptions. So for me, he's got a clean slate, new team. Wide receivers, DJ Moore, Rome Odunze, you guys are on a good trajectory here. Offensive line, I'm happy with it right now, but I want to make sure it's healthy. I want to know that next man's turn, next man's time to stand up. I want to know that that is going to be something that's going to keep protection for Caleb Williams. But DeAndre Swift, you know Ben Johnson. You know his offense, you know his style, and you know what's going on. And you got the nasty, nasty short end of the stick last season. Not only were you the guy that was supposed to help Caleb Williams, but that offensive line did you no favors. And I'm not sure if your side-to-side style of running actually works anymore. But with this style of offense, with this new offensive line, and this new breath of fresh air that is going on at Hallis Hall, I still think that a lot of people may have you wrong, and I still think that you may have a little bit more in the tank. 2024, you only rushed for just under 1,000 yards and had 6 touchdowns in 2024. It's respectable, but especially not that great. You did so much better when you were at Detroit, so much better with the Eagles. You were supposed to be a guy that was supposed to help establish a run game for Caleb Williams, but it's not all on you. It's not all on you, this team. We gave you guys a bad team to try to flourish with. We gave you guys a really rough time to try to maneuver. That wasn't fair to you. It's not fair to Caleb Williams, but the fact is, you're still supposed to be an awesome running back, and you're still supposed to do some things. So, to be honest, if you're not holding up your end of the bargain, I'm good with that $24 million getting out of here. I am way cool with bringing in somebody that could actually do the job, and I'm hoping that Roschon Johnson will step up. I'm hoping that he's going to be a guy that the Bears can be like, oh, my God, we got another one. Or Kyle Monunga, the next guy. Or it's only training camp. Ryan Poles, what do you got? There's still more that can be done. There's still more that can be done during this training camp. Remember, as everybody makes your way to Hallis Hall and you're looking at players, don't just think that this is the team that's going to start week 1. There's still going to be cuts to make. There's still going to be some more moves that are going to be trying to be made from Ryan Poles. Ryan Poles, it's still on you to make this team what it's supposed to be. And like we said, the last one, Dominique Fox says this one's going to win the NFC. Pressure's on. Pressure is on. It is your chance to go ahead and make this Bears team what it should be. And we're all counting on you to make sure that this offensive line is what it's supposed to be. And hopefully there's a couple more moves in your pocket that we won't see coming, but we'll all be happy about. But until then, this is what training camp is going to be. Let's see what this offense looks like. And hopefully we can see some things that we've never seen before from not only a Bears quarterback, but an offensive line, which I know we're all still dreaming about. That's going to do it here for the Bears latest on Fan Art Sports. I'm Dan Levy. Don't forget to comment, like, subscribe, and share the channel with all fellow Bears fans. And let me know, what are your major concerns with? And would you want to see DJ Shark as a Bear? Do you think they should trade DeAndre Swift? I would love to know that. JJ McCarthy, what would you have thought if he was the quarterback instead of Caleb Williams? What are your thoughts? Let me know in the comments. Let's keep the conversation going. Like, subscribe, share this channel. Follow me, Bass on Air, BASS on Air. And don't forget to bear down, and Green Bay Packers suck. We'll do it again tomorrow. See you, folks.